Hi everybody, welcome very much to the channel. Today we are live on Twitch as well, so make sure to use the links down below. But we are here ready to review the statistics from the Elite Classic 2 main event so far. Because the group stage just ended this past weekend, and right now we are ready to review the stats of the civilizations, players, and maps. So thank you very much for watching, welcome to the channel. Leave a like and subscribe, your support is greatly appreciated. And let me know in the comments down below, did you watch the tournament? Did you enjoy it? Did you knew it was going on? Who are your favorite players? Who are or which are your favorite civs and your favorite strategies, and also your favorite maps, right? So, and you can access these by go to AOE4 World and then /tournaments, right? And then you can reach the Elite Classic 2 by doing that, all right, by yourself, because it doesn't really just show you where it is, the tournament, so it's easier that way. So let's get started. Without any further ado, ignore Order of the Dragon win rate because they have very little database. They have very little games to show off, only 3 games actually, and we can just see right away the ones that won with them. It was a game from Beastie and the game from Louis, and then a loss from B. So Beastie won one time with Order of the Dragon, Louis won another time with Order of the Dragon, and B lost one time with Order of the Dragon. I think I didn't watch any of those games, so I can't comment on how that went, but surprise, surprise! Byzantines with 23 games played and 12 bans, 62% win rate, 15 wins and 8 losses, right? So I think this is really good because it's a decent sample size, 23 games. It's not 3 or 5 or 8 or even 10, it's 23, so it's a good amount of games. Of course, it's not as much as some other civs down here. The most played was Delhi with 52. It was the most played civ was Delhi, so really showing their power. The most played civ was Ayubids with 66, but still Delhi on 62, the second most played civ and the best win rate, really showing their power, really showing that 61% win rate. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Byzantines, not that bad after all. At the top level, 65% win rate. Of course, they are not the strongest civ, they are not. But they are not the worst civ, they are not a bad civilization, right? Really good, but always remember, guys, we have to then get this context into the maps. Because certain civs do very well into certain maps, other civs do very bad into other maps, right? Then, we already saw Delhi banned 42 times, so people don't want to play against Delhi as well. And then we have Mongols with 42 games played and 56 bans, so people don't want to play against Mongols as well. People don't do... Whoa! 75 bans for JD! For Jeanne d'Arc, I was not expecting that. People don't want to play against Jeanne d'Arc as well. But guys, don't compare to Rus and Ottomans. 158 bans for Rus and 155 bans for Ottomans. That's crazy. That's so freaking crazy. That's so many bans for those two civs. And then Maldians, the third most banned civ, 66. People don't want to play against Maldians. And they actually have a negative win rate, so people were playing them on bad maps. Interesting, alright. So, we're on the Mongols, right? Third best civ, quote unquote, in terms of win rate. Then Jeanne d'Arc, doing pretty well, I think. 39 games, right? 53% win rate, not bad at all. Ayubids, the most played civ, yeah. So I think it shows their power, actually, being the most played civ with 51. No, I think Delhi are stronger. Because it's only a difference of 4 games, right? And they have 10% less win rate. So I think Delhi are stronger. And I saw a lot of games of Ayubids, and I casted a lot of game of Ayubids, which was fast castle into GG. Especially against Delhi and Mongols, because Delhi and Mongols would make a lot of feudal units. Ayubids will go fast castle, they just come in, kill a bunch of villagers, destroy some towers or whatever, and the Ubit players would go GG, right? But the games that went well for the Ubits were actually very cool and entertaining to watch. Oh, my favorite Civ, Japanese, 20 bans, perhaps on the water maps, 37 games played, 48% win rate. So one more defeat and one more loss. I think they were very played on the water maps. Let's check. Japanese, 8 games on Dry Arabia actually, 4 games on Coastal Cliffs, 4 games on Rocky Canyon, 2 wins on Gorge, 2 losses on Frisian Marshes, 2 games on Lipany, 10 games on Holy Island, there we go. And 7 losses though, 0 games on Bridges, 2 games on Golden Heights, 3 games on Mongolian Heights, and 0 games on Cliffside. Not a lot of games on Cliffside. Oh, because it was banned a lot. Cliffside was the most banned map. What the hell? Why? Why people don't want to play Cliffside? Because it's like super high octane? Because you are very close to the enemy and there is a lot of gold on the map, making it a bit of a toxic experience? I don't know. The most banned map. The most played, Dry Arabia, of course. 50! By far the most played. Coastal Cliffs? Really? Coastal Cliffs with 35 games. Oh, okay, let's do this by parts, guys. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right? Then Chinese. Bro, I casted so many games of Chinese. Actually. 38, 54 bans? Almost the same bans as Jeanne d'Arc. More bans than Mongols. People respecting the Chinese, bro. People respecting the Chinese. 20 losses, 18 wins, alright. Bro, but 54 bans, it's very interesting actually. I was not expecting so many bans for the Chinese. People respecting them. Alright. Then Maldives already checked. 45 win rate, not really good. 66 bans, so people really, they know that map is good for them. Ban them over there. That map is not really good, let them be. Let's see how were their maps. 7 losses on Dry Arabia. 50% win rate on Coastal Cliffs. 50 win rate on Rocky Canyon. 2 wins on Gorge, 2 losses on Frisians, 1 loss on Lipany, and 2 wins on Bridges. So they're like, Dry Arabia, fine, we don't care. And that's really what's ruining their win rate, I think. The losses on Dry Arabia and Frisian Marshes too. Frisian Marshes is just a complicated maps for Maldives, right? And then only 1 game on Lipany. I guess it was a lot of band in that map. Very interesting here. Very super high band, 66 bans, only 37 games played, the same as Japanese if you think about it, but with way less bans, 3 times less bans, so people respecting a lot Maldives. Then you go to the 2 most broken Civs, actually with very negative win rates. That's because they're only being played either by players that are not good with them or in bad maps. Like we said, 158, 155 bans is just ridiculous. For both Civs, they really need to be nerfed. Some nerfs are already coming in on the new patch. We have a new video talking about that, you can check it here on the channel. But I think it's not going to be enough. I think these Civs still need further adjustments to be a bit more acceptable, to be a bit more balanced. But they actually have more losses than wins. But not a lot of games played, right? For example, Byzantines have more games than them, 23. So let's see what maps. Dry Arabia Rus actually with a positive win rate, then lost on Gorge, lost on Frisian Marshes, 50% on Lipany, and 1 win on Bridges and 1 loss on Cliffside. Yeah, so they just weren't that played, right? And then Ottomans, again, 1 more win than loss in Dry Arabia, a loss on Gorge, 50% on Frisian Marshes, 2 losses on Lipany, 50% on Bridges, 50% on Mongolian Heights, and 1 loss on Cliffside. And I think, again, it's very little games for us to analyze. Also, Zushi with only 17 games, mostly on water maps, I would assume. Actually, a lot of games on Coastal Cliffs and a lot of losses over there. 1 loss on Rocky Canyon. 6 wins on Holy Island, actually. And 4 losses there too, so 10 games there. Being especially used on water maps, and then 1 loss on Bridges. So not the best Civ at the moment for only 3 bans. The same for Abbasid. So people are not fearing those civilizations at all. Most people think they can handle it, right? Abbasid, 8 losses, 5 wins still. Needs some love coming in on the new patch as well. HRE also, only 13 games played, only 5 bans. Negative win rate, 8 losses, 5 wins. Not great. Let's see where they were played. On 3 games on Gorge, 4 games on Frisian Marshes, 2 games. Actually, I would expect them to be way more played on Holy Island, but they weren't. 2 games on Golden Heights and 1 game on Mongolian Heights, so not great as well. People really don't like to play HRE. Then French, only 9 games played, the least played outside of Order of the Dragon, right? So you can see, and 0 bans, for Order of the Dragon 2, so those are by far the weakest civs. Nobody's playing them, nobody's banning them, people don't respect them at all. 6 losses, only 3 wins. Right. What can we say? They need some love, those civilizations. Very hard to play with them. And then, actually the worst win rate is English, but they have more games. I would say English are better than Zushi, Abbasid, HRE and French, but they have more games, and they actually have more bans, 17 bans, right? So they are the best worst civ, I would assume, at the top level, and at the tournament it's also because of the map pool, right? But they have 19 losses. Where they had all those losses? 1 in Dry Arabia, 3 on Coastal Cliffs, 5 on Gorge, which you'd assume it's a good map for English, 5 on Holy Island, 2 on Bridges, 1 on Golden Heights, and 2 on Cliffside. So it's really there. 3 on Coastal Cliffs, 5 on Gorge, that's already 13, right? And 5 on Holy Island. The Gorge ones, I wouldn't expecting them to lose so much, right? But yeah, I think the best civ in the tournament so far, the best 2 civs, it's Delhi and Mongols, then a Ubit and Jeanne d'Arc. I think those are the top 4, right? Jeanne d'Arc, I don't know, only 39 games, not a lot of games, but they're performing well. They're being banned a lot as well, so people don't want to play against them. Byzantine's performing well, but I think the win rate is inflated, pretty much, right? Pretty much inflated because they don't have a lot of games, but hey, 15 wins, only 8 losses, bro. They're doing well. Then Maldians, I think it's a powerhouse too that people don't want to deal with, but they are very map dependent. Rus and Ottomans just beyond broken, people don't even care about them. Japanese, pretty middle of the road. Ayubids, I would say middle of the road too, right? So Delhi top 1, Mongols top 2, JD top 3, Maldians 4, Ayubid in 5th, and Chinese, a surprise. So many games and so many bans from Chinese. I wasn't expecting that. So let me know, guys, what you think. What is in your opinion the best civ and why? And what is in your opinion the worst civ and why in the tournament so far? And let's go analyze the players. So you can see here every stat. So the best players, Beastie and Marine Lord, more wins, less losses. Puppy Paw coming in 3rd with a huge, not a huge, but a clear difference between him, Louis, and Wham, because they all got the same wins, but Puppy Paw got less losses. Then Lucifer actually coming only here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with only 15 wins and 7 losses. Vortex with 9 losses. Vortex kinda in the same level of Anatan, right? So what happened to Vortex? Lost 2 games as Byzantines. No, 2 games as Ayubids. Look at Marine Lord, 7 wins with Ayubids. Marine Lord carrying Ayubids. Beastie played 1 game Ayubids. Marine Lord 7 wins with Ayubids. That's crazy. That's legit crazy. Wham with 4 wins on the Byzantines. Wham carrying the Byzantines. Bro, but Marine Lord with 7 wins on the Ayubids is kinda crazy. Right? Beastie 1 loss with the Ayubids. Doesn't like them. Or people are just banning Ayubits from BC. So let's take a look. What is Marine Lord's best Civ? Ayubit. Actually, he doesn't play a lot of other stuff. 2 games of Byzantines, 1 game of China, 1 loss of Delhi. You can see Beast with 4 Delhi wins, Beast with 3 English wins, so hold on. English got 7 wins, almost 50% of that was from Beastie, so Beastie carrying the English. 1 win and 1 loss on the HRE for Beastie, 1 loss on JD. No Japanese games from Beastie. 3 wins on the Malians, 3 wins on the Mongols, 1 win of the Order of the Dragon, and 1 win on the Ottomans. Marine Lord on the other side being carried by Ayubids. Ban Ayubids to Marine Lord, guys. Very obvious. 1 loss on the Delhi, 2 wins with the Japanese and 1 loss with the Japanese. 1 win on the Malians, 4 wins on the Mongols actually, and 1 loss with the Mongols as well. And if you noticed here, guys, on the top level, on the top of the table, nobody's playing Zushi. And then you have Anatan with 4 wins with Zushi, right? But basically nobody's playing Zushi, right? Lucifran with 2 French wins, that's a surprise, right? Lucifran with 2 French wins, very, very interesting there. Also, you can see a lot of people playing Ayubids, but nobody as good as Marine Lord with them. The maximum we have is 3 wins from Zerton, but also 2 losses. Magic played 6 games, 4 losses of the Ayubids. Wham played... Wham is not doing very well with Ayubids there. But let's see, Puppy Paw playing 1 Ayubid game, 2 Byzantines game, 5 wins on China for Puppy Paw. 5. Alright, 1 win on Delhi, 1 win on Japan, 1 win on JD, 3 losses, Puppy Paw. Be careful. 2 wins on the Maldians, 1 loss on the Maldians, 2 wins on the Mongols, and 1 win on the Rus. So, China, powerhouse for Puppy Paw over there, right? Louis coming in with 7 wins on Jeanne d'Arc. What the hell? 7 wins. 7 wins on JD. That's very good. That's really good, right? Then Louis playing 1 game of Ayubids, 1 game of Byzantines, 1 game on 2 games of China, 2 games of Delhi, 1 game of HRE, 2 losses as Japan, 2 wins as Maldians, 2 wins as Mongols, and 1 win in Order of the Dragon and the Ottomans. Then Wham coming through, right, with 4 Byzantine wins. I think the player with more wins on Byzantine, and then the Mu with 3 wins on Byzantine as well. So all these players went through. Yeah, no, but Anatan, because B won directly against him, right? So Wham, 2, it's okay. The 5 game Ayubids, 4 game Byzantines, 4 game China, 1 game Japan, 5 wins on JD, 2 wins on Mongols and 1 win on Rus. Lucifron, 2 wins on Ayubids, 1 loss on China. Not a lot of China from Lucifron. 4 wins on Delhi and 1 loss. 1 loss on the English, 2 wins on the French, 1 win and 1 loss on the HRE, 2 wins and 1 loss on the Japan, 2 wins and 2 losses on JD, no Malians, 1 win on Mongols and 1 win on Rus. Vortex coming in with 2 more losses than Lucifron, not doing very well with Ayubids, 2 losses and 1 win, 1 loss on the Chinese, 3 wins and 1 loss on the Delhi, 3 wins on the English, Vortex carrying the English, 1 loss on the French, 1 win on the HRE, 4 wins on the Japanese, Vortex also carrying the Japanese, let's go, 1 win and 3 losses as JD, 1 win and 1 loss as the Mongols, and 1 win as the Rus. Then we have Anatan, which didn't qualify but played really, really well. 1 win, 1 win and 1 loss as Ayubids, 1 loss as Byzantines, 3 wins and 3 losses as Chinese, 1 win and 1 loss as Delhi, 1 loss as French, 1 win and 1 loss as Japan, 1 win, he has a lot of 1 win and 1 loss, 1 win and 1 loss as Maldians, 1 win and 1 loss as Mongols, 1 loss as Order of the Dragon, and 1 loss as the Zushi. And the last qualified player is B, with 1 victory with the Abbasids, 1 victory with Ayyubids, 1 win and 1 loss with the Byzantines, 2 wins and 1 losses with China, 5 wins and 1 loss with Delhi. Actually, I watched and casted some of B games, and he got a lot of wins through Sacred Site control with Delhi. 1 loss as the French, 1 loss and 1 win as Japan. Also, Anatan with 4 wins as Japanese as well, the same as Vortex. Playing a lot of Japanese Anatan, I like that. 1 win and 1 loss as the Malians, 1 win and 1 loss as the Mongols, 1 loss as Order of the Dragon, and 1 loss as Zushi, right? And the rest you can pause and read. Let's see if you have any like outstanding statistic here, like a lot of numbers. 3 wins in the Byzantines for the Mu, 4 wins, 6 games. Yeah, the Mu playing a lot of Delhi as well, right? Nothing too crazy here. Magic 4 losses as the Chinese. Aye. Right. 5 Numodan lost 5 times as the English. God damn. That's a lot of losses. So look, English they have 19 losses. 5 of them were from Numodan. That's tough. Numodan with 5 losses as the English, bro. Let's see any more. 4 losses from Cat as a Basid. Sheesh. As well. That's a lot of losses from 1 save. And then nothing crazy here. 4 losses here from Kiliardi as the Malians. Kiliardi needs to improve the Malian game, or it was the map issue. And then Avili and Recon, the worst performing players. They don't have like crazy. Oh, Avili with 3 Zushi losses, and Recon with 4 Mongol losses. But you can see they don't play a lot of 1 save, right? And to end, let's check the maps. Let's see which civilizations did better in which... Bro, look, Japan, great for Dry Arabia. 7 wins and 1 loss on Dry Arabia for Japan. Are they the only civ with a positive win rate? They are. That's negative, that's negative, that's 50-50, that's... No, Chinese also positive. Delhi negative, 50, negative, negative, negative. No, Mongols as well, but very little. Ottomans and Rus don't really count. Actually, 5 games of Rus on Dry Arabia, people not banning them there. But Japan, 7 wins and 1 loss on Dry Arabia, really, really good. Then on Cliffside, Coastal Cliffs, Ayyubids doing really well. Byzantines doing really... 5 wins for the Byzantines on Coastal Cliffs, right? 8 wins and also 8 losses though for Malians over there. 4 losses for Zushi on Coastal Cliffs. Bro, Rocky Canyon 10 wins for Delhi. Ridiculous. 10 wins. I think that's the most dominating performance. Also, 6 wins from them on Lipany. So I think it's better for us to go through each row, which column I see. Abbasid doing meh on Dry Arabia, doing 50-50 on Frisian, and doing well on Lipany, that whole map, but they're not good in general. Dry Arabia, it's okay for the Ayyubids. Coastal Cliffs, very good for the Ayyubids. Rocky Canyon 50-50. Gorge, kind of harsh for the Ayyubids. Frisian Marshes, it's alright. Lipany, really good for them. Perhaps it was just Marine Lord, right? Holy Island, nah, it's just 1 game. Bridges, alright. Golden Heights, Mongolian Heights, and Cliffside, just 1 game, so we can't really assess. Dry Arabia, 4 Byzantines, fine. Coastal Cliffs, very good for them. No Rocky Canyon, Gorge 1 game. Frisian Marshes 2 games. Lipany, it's alright. Holy Island is alright. And Bridges is 1 win. Dry Arabia, kinda okay for the Chinese. Coastal Cliffs, kinda bad for the Chinese. Rocky Canyon, bad. Gorge, bad. Frisian Marshes, great for them. 6 wins on Frisian Marshes for the Chinese. Really, really good. Holy Island, 2 wins. And Cliffside, 1 win. Delhi, 6 wins and 7 losses on Dry Arabia. It's alright. 50-50 on Coastal Cliffs. 10 wins and 2 losses on Rocky Canyon. That's actually a great stat. And then 6 wins and 2 losses on Lipany. Also 4 wins and 1 loss on Gorge. I think Delhi is the best Civ in the tournament so far. 2 wins on Cliffside. English, 50-50 on Dry Arabia. Bad on Coastal Cliffs. Bad on Gorge, really bad on Gorge. Bad on Holy Island, and okay on Bridges and Golden Heights, and kind of bad on Cliffside too. French, not a lot of games, but lost 2 games on Dry Arabia, won 1 game on Coastal Cliffs, lost 2 on Rocky Canyon, won 1 on Gorge, 50-50 on Frisian, only 1 game on Bridges as well, and that's it. HRE, 2 losses and 1 win on Gorge, 3 losses on Frisian Marshes, that's tough. Lipany only 1 game, 2 wins on Holy Island, really good. And then not a lot of games also for us to talk about. Japan, surprise, surprise, 7 wins on Dry Arabia, only 1 loss. Then 50-50 on Coastal, 3 losses on Rocky Canyon, 2 wins on Gorge, 2 losses on Frisian Marshes, 50-50 on Lipany, and then 7 losses on Holy Island, 7. And 3 wins over there, and then not a lot of games on the other maps as well. Jeanne d'Arc, 8 losses on Dry Arabia, but 6 wins as well, really being used a lot on Dry Arabia. Good for Coastal Cliffs, I see, 4 wins and 1 loss. 4 losses on Rocky Canyon, so probably not good. 4 wins on Gorge. 3 wins on Frisian Marshes, and the rest is not really interesting. Malians, being used a lot on Dry Arabia, but 7 losses. Being used a lot on Coastal Cliffs, 8 wins and 8 losses. That's 16 games on Coastal Cliffs. It's almost half of the games on Coastal Cliffs had Malians, if you think about it. Right? Then Rocky Canyon, 2 wins and 2 losses. And then 2 wins on Gorge. And 2 losses on Frisian Marshes, but that's not really important over here. Then Mongols, 6 wins and 5 losses on Dry Arabia. 1 loss on Coastal Cliff. 5 wins and 4 losses on Rocky Canyon. 3 games on Gorge, 3 wins and 3 losses on Frisian Marshes, 2 losses on Lipany, 1 win on Holy Island, 1 win and 1 loss on Bridges, 3 wins on Golden Heights, and 4 wins on Mongolian Heights. Nice. So Golden Heights, those hybrid maps with less water, really good for Mongols. Order of the Dragon won a game on Coastal Cliffs, a game on Gorge, and lost a game on Mongolian Heights. It is what it is. Ottomans and Rus barely were played, so it is what it is. And then Zushi, 4 losses on Rocky Canyon, what the hell? 4 losses on Coastal Cliffs, my bad. 1 loss on Rocky Canyon, 6 wins on Holy Island, 4 losses over there as well, and 1 loss on Bridges. Bliss me. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you on the next time. This is Cloud Surfer, surfing out.